Hello, my Constructivist friends. Jamelyn Gray here. It's that day of the year. It's Giving Tuesday. Hurrah! Where almost every nonprofit under the sun will send you an email telling you all the reasons why we need your help in making more art or whatever the selected nonprofit is. And that's to say, if you haven't already gotten an email over the past week, because it's becoming more and more and more difficult for arts organizations to survive. And in Wisconsin, we are in a particular difficult spot because if you didn't know, Wisconsin ranks 49th out of 50 states in state funding for the arts. And the only reason we are not dead last is because Arizona decided that they don't need to fund the arts at all. So we are second only to a state that doesn't fund their arts at all. We spend the least amount of money per person on helping arts organizations survive. We, in our case, before the pandemic hit, things were going really well. If you saw the Nether, you know that we were quickly building a great organization of dark art and dark art catharsis, as I like to call it. And then the pandemic hit, and then we did a virtual production of Women Laughing Alone with Salad. And now we just got back to in-person performances with Wink, but it feels like starting over in a lot of ways. It feels like all the way back at Gruesome Playground Injuries back in 2018. The struggle is real, particularly because of that lack of state funding, that we have to always ask our people, our fans, the people who believe in us, to give more if you can. And that's what I have to ask you again, is to give more if you can. I say this all the time throughout our shows, our processes, that we keep our tickets at $20 for a reason. I come from a background of lower income, of a lower income family, and so I understand the limitations that there are for access to the arts, and they're seen as a luxury, as it were. I personally believe that theater is a public good. I believe that that states and the government should fund our arts better, and I'm working on it. But it's going to take a long time. So give me 5 to 10 years on that, okay? So for right now, on this Giving Tuesday, if you can spare an extra $5, $10, $20, $100, if there's one organization that I can ask you to give to, it would be Pink Umbrella Theater Company. A wonderful organization that is committed to providing the theater experiences for persons who identify with a disability. If you can give to one theater company, I would recommend you give it to Pink Umbrella Theater Company. As the mother of a disabled young adult, and she has worked with them, it's a beautiful, wonderful organization. But if you can give to 2 organizations, I would kindly ask you to give to the Constructivists. We have so many big plans. As you know, as most of you know, one of my top priorities is being able to be a job creator and provide a living wage to our artists. And so they don't have to have this off-balance work-life theater relationship, that they can focus more on their arts if they are receiving more income for the work that they do. Because what we do is work. It is a benefit to Milwaukee and beyond. I believe that if more people went out and watched live theater and got out of their houses and spent time with people and watching even dark art, which I particularly think is a benefit to the community, that the world would be a better place, to feel that catharsis, to be able to shed those emotions. We need your help. Much like people go from paycheck to paycheck, we go from production to production because that's all we can do right now. And so while we got through Wink okay, we still have major hurdles as far as rent is concerned, building a set, costumes, all of those things that need to happen outside of the donated hours from artists. Like everybody in our administrative circle does not get paid. I do not take money. All of our money goes out to actors and artists who work with us. We can't do that forever. I do mean for the Constructivists to be a legitimate job-providing public good organization. And right now, the best way we can do that is with help from you. Until I can convince the state of Wisconsin otherwise, please consider giving any little bit that you can to the Constructivists by going to theconstructivist.org/donate. So anything that you can give, we would be so grateful and appreciate. And thank you so much for listening on this magical day of Giving Tuesday. See you soon.